Good morning, everyone. It's Brian here. Now, you may have seen there's a thread going around the vinyl community. It's not the first time it's gone around the vinyl community about your most expensive records according to Discogs. And I've seen this come up many times in the 10 years or so that I have been watching vinyl community videos. And I've also seen the opposite, show your least expensive records. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do the most expensive one, but I thought I would do the least expensive one because, you know, I like to be contrary, and that's currently not what people are doing. So why not show my least expensive ones? Maybe it'll be fun. So of course I looked at the median price, and I looked at these a couple days ago, so they may have changed by a few cents here or there. So median sale price in Canadian dollars. So those of you in different countries will have to adjust your currency because Canadian dollar is only worth, last time I checked, around 77 cents American. So when you see these prices, don't think they're just remember they're a little inflated because of the currency exchange. I'm also leaving out 12-inch singles and 7-inch singles, the few 7-inch singles I have. So I'm going to start with the 10th least valuable one and work up to the least valuable record in my collection by median price in Discogs. Now, the other thing to notice, some records I think in everybody's collection have never sold, so there's no sale information. That either means, well, it means that it could be worth a lot of money or no money or something in between. So obviously those aren't included. So here we go, the 10 least valuable records in my collection, starting with, and I should say I think all of these are probably Canadian pressings. So number 10 is the Moody Blues 7th Sojourn. There's the gatefold. This is from 1972, and it's their 8th record. You know, to be honest, I don't even know the last time I listened to this one. I don't know. So I don't have much to say about it because I don't recognize the track listings and I haven't heard it in a long time. So number 10, oh yeah, the amount that it sold for, $3.09. This one is a bit surprising to me. This is the ninth least expensive record in my collection, and I'm surprised it comes in at $3.07. The Knack, get the Knack, 1979, $3.07 Canadian. This is my original copy. I bought it in 1979. I remember the day I bought this because I was quite intrigued by this band. I mean, obviously, My Sharona was the big song, but when I heard Good Girls Don't, I was like, wow, that's an interesting song. So, very energetic band. I actually think, despite the fact that this band was really super popular, they're still a little underrated. I mean, I think this was a really good band. And then they kind of fizzled out, and of course, the lead singer died. Doug Feiger, is that his name? So, yeah, $3.07. Moving right along, number 8. This is this guy's 7th record from 1984. Eddie Grant, Going for Broke. And of course, the big track on here is Romancing the Stone. This comes in at also $3.07. Quite the image on the front. Looks like a tropical paradise. Romancing the Stone, of course, was in that film, Romancing the Stone. There we go, some lyrics. So, yeah, $3.07 Canadian. All right, the records are falling over. Number 7, this band's 3rd record from 1982. Some Australian content today. Flash in the pan, called Headlines. Now, I was gonna say Australian content maybe that Ben Rankins would like, but I don't think he would like this record. It's one of those bands that people associate with Australia, like he mentioned Men at Work the other day. That doesn't really help anybody. Anyway, this is 3rd record, 1982, $3.04, and honestly, I actually don't remember the last time I listened to that one. Number 6. Now this is from Tom Robertson. This is his 2nd solo record, but it's his 4th overall because he released records under the moniker the Tom Robinson Band. This is Hope and Glory, 1984. Median price is $2.81. I'm a little surprised with this. I actually really like Tom Robinson, and there's a fantastic song in here called Atmospherics, Listen to the Radio, which was co-written with Peter Gabriel. There's a Canadian band called the Pucka Orchestra, which covered that song. Also really fantastic. That's a great song. I love that song. And, you know, the rest of the songs in here are great, but... Oh, there's a cover version of Ricky Don't Lose That Number, Steely Dan. War Baby's also on here. So I'm surprised this came in so low. I don't really understand why that is. It's not a bad record. Number 5 is a Canadian outfit, Ultamoda, with Molly Johnson and Norman Orenstein. Self-titled album from 1987. It was their only record. There was one moderate hit on here called Julie, and it got some airplay and it got some exposure on Much Music, which was the Canadian equivalent of MTV. But this didn't get a lot of traction. I guess you'd call it funk disco. Now she also released some solo records, Molly Johnson, and she released music with a band called the Infidels. But I remember one of the criticisms I heard back at the time was that this record was too black. Certainly not something you'd want to say today. So this comes in at $2.74. Number 4 is a compilation album from a Canadian singer called Bruce Cockburn. It's called Resume, $2.65. It's an interesting cover. It sort of harkens back to paper files. Look at this paper file where he has his resume and a certain catalog number in his photograph. So this is a compilation from 1981, the first compilation, but oddly this was not released in Canada. It was only an American, and I think it was released in one other country. In Canada, there was a release of something called Mummy Dust in the same year, which covered some of the similar territory, but they weren't all the same tracks. So this covers everything up until this time. Interesting, there's a track on here, which is obviously from a previous album called Outside a Broken Phone Booth with Money in My Hand. And if you know the Primitive Radio Gods, you know they have a song called Standing Outside a Broken Phone Booth with Money in My Hand, which the singer and the writer of that song said they just took it from this song because he had trouble coming up with song lyrics. So that, if you know that song, it comes from this Bruce Cockburn song. And this is a pretty solid collection of his folkier early period. He kind of changes a little bit, but... not a bad collection. That was $2.65. Number 3 is a Canadian synth pop band. This came out in 2009. It's their only record. It's a band called Spirits. And the only reason I really have this is because, well, first of all, it was like, I think I paid $4 or $5 for a sealed copy. And the other thing is that I know someone who knows someone in this band, so like a friend of a friend. So that's why I have it. But this comes in at $2.59, and I've only really listened to this a couple times. There's the sleeves, and I can't really say much about that because I actually forget what they sound like. So that's kind of funny. So that was $2.59. The second least valuable record in my collection is from a guy who's actually written some pretty cool songs. This is his third record from '78. Now, I say third record because I've included his solo records and the Greg Kihn Band, but this is next of kin. A lot of his titles are plays on the word kin, conspiracy, etc. He's most probably famous for the song, the breakup song, They Don't Write Him Like That Anymore. I find all his records really enjoyable at some level. It's sort of fun music, poppy music, and I don't think there was a really big hit on here, but I think it's enjoyable, and it's not bad, but it's only worth, according to Discogs, $2.54 Canadian. And this one surprised me too. My least valuable record comes from 1989, and it's from Mark Knopfler, his soundtrack to Last Exit to Brooklyn. This sounds nothing like Dire Straits, so if you like Dire Straits, and I know I've heard recently that some people don't like Dire Straits, and I'm not going to name names, PC-31, Vinyl Policeman, but if you like Dire Straits and you're expecting Dire Straits, this is not gonna help you. It's it's more atmospheric, I guess befitting a soundtrack, because there's violin, saxophone, you know, that kind of thing. And I found this really underwhelming. I remember listening to it thinking, oh, this will be good, but it's actually not. It's not that great. And it comes in at $2.33 Canadian, my least valuable record according to Discogs. So there you have it. And the funny thing is, when I was looking at Discogs, I realized I have some CDs that have a value of 1 cent. Would you even make a transaction for 1 cent? You've got to mail it to someone. That's really alarming, but that's for another day. But in any case, thanks for watching.